Welcome, cosmic explorers, to our celestial haven. Today we have a remarkable treat in store for you. We are diving headfirst into the enigmatic universe of Andromedan Contactee, Alex Collier. But before we embark on this cosmic journey, remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell to join our ever-expanding community. Trust us, you won't want to miss a single moment of the awe-inspiring content we're about to unleash. Sit back and relax and listen to Alex Collier discussing how the Andromedans communicate with him.
In addition to physically being with the A's, do you also communicate with them telepathically? If so, what is that like for you? Is it instantaneous knowledge, speech, images, or something else completely? Thank you.
Yes, there's a great deal of telepathy involved. What is it like? Well, first there are protocols so that I know for sure who I'm talking to. And those are things that Em and I have set up specifically. They're like locks. Okay. And he'll do those locks, and then I'll recognize who it is. And I know. During a telepathic communication, basically somewhere in the back of my head, and I can't look at him, but I see him. It's almost like a peripheral vision thing, where you can see peripherally on either side, but when you look, they're not there. It's like if you can see spirit, that's what it's like. Well, this is the same kind of situation. I see him in the back of my head, but his voice, I hear his voice, and it's his spoken voice. You know, we've worked together for years on teaching him to speak, use his vocal cords. So that's how he addresses me. And we have a conversation speaking. There is no delay. Oftentimes when he talks about things, such as he's giving me information, there are holographic symbols. I don't understand what they are. And sometimes they're happening so fast that in the very beginning, I would be focusing on the images, and I wouldn't be hearing what he would say, and I would have to ask him to repeat himself. He was always patient enough to do that. With Theseus, it was a completely different op altogether. I had to listen to what he was saying and not the images, because he wasn't excited about repeating himself over and over again. And I get that. I mean, Theseus was 4,300 years old. He was far more tired than I am. Okay, so I get that. So Mornay's imaging and holographs were very, very bright. They were just awesome. They were just awesome. There's no other word for it, which is why I was captivated by the images, because they're telepathically, when they're communicating, it's not just words like we are, it's entire concepts. It's what they see in their mind of what they're talking about, they're projecting to you. So it's almost like it's a movie. It's like watching a movie in their head, except it's real time and they're talking to you. It's 100% interactive. It's always color. There have been times where some of the images, there'll be no color whatsoever. And that's because he's fifth density and he is projecting to me a specific reality that he has and the way he sees things. I mean, they come from a color spectrum of 223, 232, I think it's up to now. So when he projects information to me, I don't see the colors because we don't have it here. We're 72. The color frequencies of their density is 72 bands of frequency of color and light. So there's no way for that information, those colors, to exist here. So that's something I had to get used to and just deal with. But I understand it now. I think that was part of Theseus' frustration. It's like, here he is in a starship, and he's talking to me, and I'm like in a tricycle. I'm like on a tricycle, and he's just, shaking his head. And I get that now. I so do. I guess when you get older, you get those, you learn those perspectives, it just comes. So, but, and that's how I know he didn't have kids. Where M has kids, and he gets that, he has that parental patience thing. So, yeah, it's been something. So, that's pretty much it. Mornay's emotion, his passion, sometimes comes through. Sometimes I can see where he is when he's talking to me. It's not always on the flight deck of his ship. Sometimes he's in the park. Sometimes it looks like he's indoors, and there's a lot of noise going on behind him, with like machinery and stuff like that. So he's on one of the decks in his ship. So I haven't had anything like that in 7 months now. Almost, well, it'll be 7 months the end of next week. So it's so much better than a cell phone, because you're physically, spiritually connected. You're connected. It's like you're one. It's like they're here sharing the exact same space as you, and I'm there sharing his space as well. That's really what it's like. That's what it feels like. There's nothing like it, frankly. There's just nothing like it at all. And I wish that for everyone to experience. I do. Because you realize we're all one. You get it. We're all one. Dimensions, physicality. When you're talking the language of the soul, when you're talking the frequency of the soul, when you're talking the language of the soul, there is no separation. All the barriers and walls that we perceive, those are our constructs that we create. At some point in the future, our legacies are going to look back at all of the limitations that were built around us and that we voluntarily created ourselves because we didn't know any better. They're going to look back and they're going to do what we do. They're going to shake their heads at us. Just like we shake our heads at our kids, they're going to be doing that to us. They're going to be shaking their heads saying, "You knuckleheads." But of course, hindsight's always 20/20, and in the future it'll be 10/10, which will make it even worse for us.
The time has come to transcend boundaries and embrace the cosmos with open minds and open hearts. Remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell, and join the celestial conversation by leaving a comment below. Prepare to embark on a journey that will reshape your understanding of the universe. As we part ways for now, always remember to keep your cosmic curiosity alive, for the cosmos is boundless, and the wonders it holds are infinite. Together, we will uncover truths that defy conventional understanding. Until our next celestial encounter, we extend our heartfelt gratitude for your continued support, which fuels our mission to shed light on the universal mysteries that surround us. If you would like to see Andromedan contactee Alex Collier live via video stream, we host an online seminar 3 times a month on a Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. For more information and dates of upcoming online seminars, please visit alexcollier.org. Please click on one of the above videos to seek more of Alex Collier's knowledge.